Are older Precons worth it that are sealed? And I wanted to share on this. I saw somebody else do this. This isn't necessarily my original take on this or video on this, but the idea I thought was great. And I wanted to share my input on this. You see a lot of older sealed Precons out there. And I am huge on keeping Magic the Gathering affordable. If you haven't seen a lot of my content, I talk a lot about how Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, especially right now, is fucking us. And one of the things is to keep this fun and affordable. Some of these older precons are a lot of fun. And right here is a Urani precon. This is from Tarkir Dragonstorm. You can buy this precon right now, really affordable. It's like 50 bucks maybe, or if not under. Two foil commanders, backup commander in here. You do get a collector sampler pack in here, which is fun. This is actually a more fun precon in the way that you do get some fun goodies with it. This precon, I think, is great buying it sealed out of the box right now, affordable. When it comes to some of these older ones, though, you're seeing ones out there, and I will use this as an example. Edgar Markov deck. You're seeing this stuff sealed because this is a precon from back like 2017, 16. You're seeing this sold anywhere, and it did drop a little bit in value, but I'm still seeing it for like $350. I think the cheapest one I saw was like $250. And is that worth it? No, it's not. I'm, again, like I mentioned, about keeping it affordable. What I ended up doing, because originally I wanted that precon. I was like, man, I love vampires. I've loved vampires since I was a kid. I loved Lost Boys. I love that kind of aspect of vampires. I wasn't like a huge Dracula fan. I was more of a Lost Boys fan. So when it came to Edgar, even back then, the deck was still, this is like 2 years ago or so, the deck was like 300 bucks still expensive. In that deck, there's only was really two cards of value. The first card of value was Edgar. Edgar got reprinted in Innistrad Remastered, though. And so you had a bunch of different printings of Edgar. You had this printing, which was the Innistrad Remastered printing. Then you had the other printings. So the price of Edgar has dropped down tremendously. And then the only other card in there was Tifris Protection that had value. I mean, it's like a $40 card still. You don't get enough goodies in there or anything in there to justify it for the $300+ that it is. Like the cards, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand how people actually get away selling it for that much. I get it if they're hard cards to get, or it's only been printed once in that precon. I would totally make sense to me. But even then, Tifris Protection was just reprinted in Avatar last year. So there's a lot of versions of it out. In fact, wasn't it just in Marvel too? I mean, there's so many copies of it out there that the value of it is dropping. So you can pick up Edgar for cheap. You can pick that up for cheap, and you can literally build this deck for like $100 versus getting it sealed, which sealed product in here doesn't make sense to me because I get it like with Pokemon. Pokemon sealed Evolution Skies. You could have an Moonbryon in there. Some of that sealed, like you don't know fully what's in there. Like you have a sealed booster box of Revised Edition. Yeah, that's going to have value. But when it comes to a sealed precon, that collector sampler pack isn't going to have any serialized cards in it or anything of that sort. Like, yeah, Lord of the Rings, you might get a borderless foil One Ring. Odds are not in your favor for that. So it's like I don't get the price drive in it. There are certain ones out there, like Warhammer, for example. If you're really a big Warhammer fan, makes sense. But that's a Universes Beyond set versus Universes Within, which is like Edgar. So it really comes down to my suggestion is when you see older precons out there that you like, get the deck list, buy it off at TCG, keep it cheap, keep it affordable, because odds are you're gonna alter the deck regardless. Like none of us, I don't think really. I mean, I won't say none of us. Myself personally, I'm not gonna keep the deck the same out of the box. I'm usually gonna change at least 10 cards out. I change out any lands that come in tap. I'm going to be changing some lands out. I'm going to make the deck a little bit better than what it is. So it gives me that opportunity to already change out the deck, and I'm not going to spend the money for a sealed deck that there's like no joy or excitement necessarily from, if that makes sense. So if you're trying to keep Magic affordable and you want some of these older decks that are fun to play, price them out. I guarantee you it's cheaper to build them from scratch just off a TCG player. You're not missing out on anything, especially if you just got into Magic. Because if you just got into Magic, you're not getting collector sampler packs anymore. You're not getting the cardboard cards, like you're not getting anything good. So you might as well just get the deck off a TCG player. But when it comes to some of these ones that aren't super old, definitely value. I still think there because it's affordable. It's fun right out of the box. Like, why not? It's easier and less headache than trying to build the deck yourself, if that makes sense. Like, time and energy to me is very valuable and important. And so getting one of these precons is the time and energy makes more sense. And again, it's finding what works for you. I'm curious how you do it. If you do buy and keep sealed product when it comes to commander decks, I personally don't. I know people out there that do, but when it comes to playing, I don't see the value in buying one of those older decks if you can just get the deck list and go build it yourself. Curious what your thoughts are, though. Hit the like and follow button down there. If you're new here, my name is Eric. I go by Sobermtg. I'm a sober dude that plays Magic. And I always love to just put my input in on this game. So hit the like and follow button, comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts.